Well, hello Scorpio, this is Joe with Divine Daily Tarot. I'm going to do a tarot reading regarding finances, money, abundance, prosperity, and maybe anything else that comes through for the month of April 2020. I do read cards that jump out and fall out. I probably won't read reversals during this reading. But anyway, this reading, I'm taking some time and just shuffling and thinking, and one of the cards I pulled before starting was the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is significant when it comes to accomplishment, celebration. Could represent marriage, and it could represent a number of things. It's not a fast-moving scenario. It's just being in a certain moment in time where you are enjoying some good moments, and those good moments, like I said, could be work and money related, family related. So many of you might just be in, this is Scorpio, many of you just might be feeling like you're in a good place right now. Not that you're not looking for improvement in finances, money, and other areas like that. But we do have the full moon tomorrow, which is in Virgo. And the moon is referred to as the worm moon. I believe it is a super moon, actually, but it's referred to as the worm moon because this is the full moon where all the critters start coming alive, coming out of their little hiding places from the cold winter. Earthworms start moving around in the ground, and insects and beetles start coming out and start doing their thing, and they're like the catalyst that starts the process of the greening of spring. And so I think that this is a significant time, and for a lot of people, I know that there's I think every money reading I've done so far has had the Chariot. So there's movement in a lot of people's lives when it comes to finances and money. And we're going to pull 4 cards, once for each week, and then we're going to build off that until the end of the reading. So the first one out, which is awesome, I'm going to flip these around because I have my camera in a different position. In the last reading, they were all upside down. Not much I can do about that. But first week we have the Sun, and that's a great way to start this reading. So that's representative of most likely the first week of April. And then we have the Eight of Cups, which can be an interesting card. This is the second week of April. This could be about a lot of things, and we'll see if we can figure that out. But to me, this is like disposing of things that don't actually serve you. Maybe you've spent a lot of time serving others, but this is walking away from some of these things that don't fit you, and this is a fitting time for that. Let's see, we have for the third week, we have the Five of Swords. So there's definitely this feeling of gathering up all your thoughts and being in a place of not anxiety, but just waiting for what's next. That's exactly how I took that when I first saw it. It could have many other meanings. And then we have the Page of Wands, and so this could be some kind of communication with somebody that you have in the fourth week, and we'll see if we can find out what that's about. It also could be you having to deal with somebody on some sort of level here this month. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull these the first week, April 2020, Scorpio, money, finances, wealth, abundance, all those good things. Let's see what you need to know. We have the 7 of coins. So you have the sun the first week and the 7 of coins. So again, we were talking about springtime, the worm moon, and things starting to come alive, and everything that's brown and just kind of looks dead is now starting to change. This is the very beginning of that. You have the sun and the 7 of coins. So you might be feeling optimistic about, could be just the time of year, could it be incorporated with your job and your family, but there's something more that you're waiting to have come in. And this could be about your stability. For some of you, it could be some issues with health, but I think this is more about seeds you've planted in the past. And this is just a time where you're reflecting on that. You might be seeing some of that come in April. We have the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands here is kind of, because you have the sun and you have the 7 of cords, 7 of coins. I don't know why I said cords. 7 of coins. But you have the Knight of Wands, and you might be severing some ties with some people. Some people might be a bit of a drag, and this is kind of like a move of passion. You know, sometimes you hear people say there's a crime of passion, but this to me is not a crime, but like it's something you do out of like a snap judgment. Maybe you are being protective. You have the 9 of Cups. This is something to, I think, so the 9 of Cups is often considered the wish card, and you're looking for your wish fulfillment, fulfilling some of your dreams, some of your ambitions. And I think this 9 of Wands, or Knight of Wands, is protective. Like a protective energy of that. You might be keeping some things to yourself. You might be having to sever some ties with some people. You might need to devote more energy to your family and to your ambitions and to what you have coming in. The second week, the 8 of Cups, and look at this, we have another Knight of Cups. And I'm going to pull one more before I say what comes to my mind first on this, because all right, Scorpio, sorry about that. I had to cut and splice this video here. I had a surprise interruption, and kind of caught me off guard, and I wanted to get my train of thought back because I was really in the zone. But we had the Knight of Cups with the 8 of Cups, and I talked about the second week of April, leaving behind what doesn't serve you. There's maybe some emotional things, or there's some kind of maybe some emotional wounds that you've been carrying with you. And this Knight of Cups, while this isn't probably related to finances, it may have an impact on you this second week of April. But it's just a noisy night. I don't know what's going on, but the Knight of Cups kind of tells me that this is you making the decision to leave behind what doesn't serve you, and what's weighing you down, and maybe making your heart heavy a little bit. And this Knight of Cups is you kind of disposing of that, or that's what you're attempting to do this second week. And this may be necessary for you to clear out some old things. This is a money, finance, abundance, prosperity, tarot reading for Scorpio. And Scorpio, you might have some things that are hindering you from reaching your fullest potential, and so you may need to walk away from some things, take a hiatus maybe from some drama. We have, again, the Star. So this is, the Star is very much considered to be, you know, Aquarian energy, or it's linked with the sign of Aquarius. But this is, to me, is this deciding to leave behind what isn't helping you, what isn't serving you. Is the Star is the completion of that this week, this second week of April. So I think this is something that you just decide to cut out, to walk away from, and this is signifies, you know, the after effects of that, kind of getting back in balance, so you can get back on track where you might feel you've been distracted. We did talk about the first week really having your mind on what you have, your nest egg, the eggs in your basket, and some things surrounding your family and your finances. So this is probably going to enable you to move on and do some more things here. And we have Temperance. So this brings definitely brings balance and kind of moderation, I think, to your emotions, and it's going to enable you to kind of unlock some things for you, like some more creative ideas, some things that allow you to chart a new path when it comes to your finances and your money. We have the Ace of Wands, and so we talked about this earlier with the Five of Swords. Now we have the Ace of Wands. This is taking action on a new plan. This is definitely something completely new and different for you. I think for most of you, this is something maybe a little bit out of the ordinary. And then we have the Queen of Coins, Queen of Pentacles, very, very pragmatic, practical, decisive kind of plan that you're going to start to carry out. This is done with, diligence. This is done with absolute calculation. So I think you've had, if you think you've had this in your back pocket for some time, this is the beginning of that forward movement in the third week of April. And look, you have the Ace of Swords. This is like being, this is like, to me, like a renewal of your and clearing of your mind, and being able to move forward with just absolute clarity, and just being this sense of, and I don't want to call it arrogance, but just arrogance or ego, but it is this confidence that you have in the third week of April that really, it gives you a boost to your morale and to yourself as a whole in a lot of different areas. We have the Three of Swords in, we're gonna keep this in the upright position, but we have the Page of Wands in this fourth week, and you might have somebody that is maybe not on the same wavelength as you, and maybe this is somebody very close and personal to you. If you're married, it could be your partner, it could be anybody near or close to you, it could be a business partner, but there's somebody that isn't really cooperating with you. They're kind of, pages can generally be thought of as being immature. That's not always the case, but somebody is not going to really see things the way you see them. That's somebody very close to you, most likely, and it's going to cause you some kind of disruption. It could be somebody at work. This could be some kind of gossip. It could be just some kind of like, I don't want to say sabotage, but, maybe somebody's trying to, ride on your coattails, or they're just not agreeing with you. They're not cooperating with you. They don't share the same vision. That's the message I'm getting. Let's see if we can pull a couple more. And we have the 9 of Cups. So this is coming out a lot. And, this is you, Cancer, for sure. I'm sorry, not Cancer. This is Cancer. Energy for sure. This is Scorpio reading. Sometimes I say what I'm not meaning to say, but this is definitely this kind of comes after this moment where you have this or this short period of difficulty with this person, and this kind of like this feeling of betrayal, but in your heart that you're still going to get your heart's desire. You're not going to give up on that. You are going to keep going. You're not going to let anybody stop you. You've had to deal with some shrewd people in the past, and this isn't going to stop you. This is just a little bump in the road toward the end of April. It really could come into play anytime, but I'm trying to break this down as close as I can. And then finally, we have the Page of Cups. So you have somebody that doesn't share your vision, share your dream, or doesn't feel like a cooperative energy with me. But then you have somebody that is like your rock, your cornerstone, that is going to back you up, and that's going to help keep you on track. So I think overall, Scorpio, that you have a very positive reading. It seems that you have amassed some ideas, some resources, and some things to really put yourself on a different footing, and you're moving on to the next phase, the next cycle. This is like a level up, and I think it's going to be actually quite beautiful as you progress through the spring and into the summer. So we're going to see if we can pull anything else, whether it's about money, finances, work, career, or what you need to know. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is just to keep going. Share what it is you're doing with those that matter. Those that don't matter, you should keep that to yourself. It's the first message I'm getting. You have strength. This is knowing who you are, standing in your power. I love this deck here. This is like you becoming truly becoming the lion, and you're becoming that fierce competitor, that worthy opponent. But this is in a good way. It's depicted with the lion and the lamb here, and I think every lion out in the savannah has a pride, and I think this is kind of represents a sense of healthy pride, not a narcissistic ego type pride. So that, I think, is a good feeling theme for you in April. I think that's where you're heading. And one more, let's see what we get. 9 of Cups. So you got the wish fulfillment again. So you definitely have good things coming your way. I think it's exciting. If this fits with you, please do leave me a comment. Let me know. Let's see how this pans out for you. If you enjoyed this video, please do like, share, and subscribe. I could use the love. We have the Ace of Cups on the bottom here, so this is awesome. I think you will enjoy April very much, and I thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your day.